All right, Olivia, thank you so much for the time. We know you're really busy and you've got a big week, which we'll get to. But before, first, let's start big picture. 4 games in, after missing all of last season, where's your mind and body at right now?
Yeah, I really can't even believe that I'm back out there. It's hard because I think I was at like 618 days. So when you're in that like phase, it's like you don't think it'll ever come, but then it just kind of in the blink of an eye, you're on the court again. So it's an interesting feeling, but I'm definitely very grateful.
Olivia, I had your game against Purdue, and you talk about more than 600 days. It didn't look like you had missed that at all. Like you haven't missed a beat whatsoever. What did that time when you finally got cleared to get going, like what did your workouts look like, film watching, whatever, to get yourself back into that playing mode look like?
Yeah, well, I actually got cleared last February, so it's been a while. I just kind of had to sit out the rest of the year because at that point, it was towards the end of the season. I might as well just save it. So I was in practice with them, and then I knew in the off season it was time to like get in shape and make sure I know how to run correctly. I'm not like compensating. I'm jumping properly. Just getting my body as healthily as I can, and then also my mind just like into the playing space again.
Yeah.
You talked a lot about your mind in the interviews leading up to your first game back. And one of the quotes you had was, I just continually worked on this is not happening for you. This is happening for you, not to you. Happening for your career, for the better of your body. How long, I mean, amazing perspective, but I'm sure it took a while to get to that point. How did you get to a space where you saw it as an opportunity rather than something that was happening to you?
Yeah, I mean, it took a lot of work. I think, and a lot of people talk about this after they're injured. Just the acceptance part of it. It's like I didn't believe it happened to me like for the first 4 months. So just getting to that point where it's like, okay, this happened. You had surgery. You're moving past it. Is one step, and then the other step is like, okay, this isn't something bad. It's telling you something you need to know. You need to do better. You need to grow in some area. And that's kind of how I viewed it. But it definitely took some convincing. I worked with a mental coach, and he really kind of centered me and talking to my coaches and my parents just to reassure and bring me, to peace with that.
Well, now you're playing, and it doesn't look like we said, like you've missed a beat whatsoever. I think a big question a lot of the outside world had was how are you and Hannah going to look together on the floor? Similar positions, obviously. You two are like arguably the best backcourt in the country right now. How would you describe building that chemistry with Hannah this season?
Yeah, as I said, I got cleared pretty early on last year, so we were able to practice together and getting those moments, getting those game reps together, and also we put a heavy emphasis this summer on just playing pickup together. So we
Okay.
would all just roll the ball out in the gym with some of our practice guys and just go up and down and just kind of learn our tendencies and learn each other. So that really helped us a lot. With a player like her, it's easy to have chemistry with. You kind of just know where she wants the ball. She's just gonna run every time to the rim. So it's easy to play with her, and she's a good passer too. So yeah, that helps.
All those pickup games are translating into the games that count. It's been so fun to watch you all, and we can't wait to see it against, two top 10 opponents this weekend. How do you know when it's your turn to bring up the ball or when it's Hannah's turn? And I know it's like Cooper instinct and situational, but what have you found works? Can you all do it now without even saying anything?
Yeah, I just kind of read her. I read when she may want to get a look or when she's coming back to go get the ball, and then I just let her take it. And then sometimes she's already down the course. I'm like, all right, I'll just take it. So, as you said, it's more so like Hooper instinct and learning each other through reps, and I think we've done a good job of it so far.
One of the most fun parts about your game is your vision and how you like your no looks, everything. Like half the time you're watching you think the ball's going one way, it goes completely the other way, and it's an easy layup for a teammate or whatever. And I think another fun thing about you is like you wear goggles when you play. When did that start? And I think about like Diamond DeShields in the WNBA rocking him as well. Just what's the background to that story?
No background. I just need them to see,
Fair
um,
enough.
and then I just kind of kept with it because people just kind of made it my brand naturally, and that's just it.
So your team, no contacts, like contacts never work for you?
People have really been trying to get me to do the contact thing, but again, like it's just become so like much a part of my brand. I think if I were to step on the court with nothing on, people wouldn't recognize me. So, I just kind of rode with it, and it's gotten me where it's gotten me. So.
Yeah. So obviously we're talking about this 1-2 punch of you and Hannah. What's it like having possessions where you're off the ball? Like how do you feel like you contribute in those moments?
Yeah, it's definitely new for me. I'm not really a two guard, and any part of me is not a two guard, but I'm willing and I'm capable of doing so. So it's been a learning experience, not running straight to the outlet when our big gets the rebound and just running the floor, going to the corner. And I think it's a valuable lesson. In the WNBA, you're going to have great ball handlers around you as well. So you're going to have to learn to play a combo guard at some point. So I think it's really helping me. I think, it'll translate well to the pro game as well. And I'm just excited I kind of get to learn that experience now, rather than later on.
You talk about the WNBA. Obviously, you're somebody who's going to be a top pick moving forward in April when the draft does come. What, if any, WNBA player have you kind of kept your eye on, maybe throughout your career, that you really like their game, maybe try to take some of what they have and implement it into your own?
Definitely, the Maya Moore, the Sue Bird. Sue Bird is really like, I just watch her film because she's just
Yeah.
so cerebral. She gets her teammates open with ease. She understands the windows and the gaps. And also Chelsea Gray is just really impressive. Like, I just love the way, like, she is truly a point guard. Like, the things she does with the ball is incredible. So I just try and learn from her, learn how she uses her eyes and, how deceptive she is. So, yeah.
That's an amazing list, and it encompasses, a little bit of everything that you do. What's the most satisfying part of the game to you? Like, if you were to do one thing that gets you super hyped, what part of the game is it? I feel like I have an idea, but I want to let you answer.
It's definitely a pass. It's definitely a nice pass and score like that is so rewarding for me. Just having that connection with your teammate. It's better to me than making a tough layup or like a three or something. It's so pretty. Like, that's the art of the game, and that's how I kind of see the game. You just get so creative with it, and find your gaps, find your windows.
Yeah.
Watching your team early on, I mean, you're averaging 99 points a game. Everyone can score. It feels like, especially with how the transfer portal set up nowadays, like teams are taking a longer time to build chemistry, but you all really don't have that problem. You're building it pretty quickly, even though you have had some new pieces come in. What's the ceiling for this team right now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a ceiling, truly. We're obviously trying to take it day by day. Just love the process, every second of the process. But we don't place any limits on ourselves. We're going through adversity right now. We have XY player out, coming back. People just in and out of the lineup. So you're seeing the different chemistry that we have with our different players, and it really doesn't matter. Any adversity, we're gonna always try and fight through. And like I said, I don't think there's any limits there.
Okay, we got a big matchup this weekend, but I got one more question for you before we get to it. What did it feel like getting a triple double in your first game back?
I mean, it was obviously crazy. I didn't think it would happen. I wasn't really going for it until, I heard people saying like, you need like two more or something like that. And then I was like, I might as well just get it done because it's my first game and that would be kind of crazy. So coming back from that long being out to do like a signature thing that I do on the court is incredible. And it was so fun.
Yeah, cherry on top. Okay, Meghan, we got to get to the matchup. All right, number 3, number 6. You're on the road against Southern Cal. I'm okay. It's like, it's you, it's Hannah, it's Sonia, and then it's Juju, it's Kiki, it's Talia. Meghan, I mean, either of you answer. What gives? Like, how do you approach this matchup, Olivia?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you just named 6 incredible players, 6 WNBA future, long time career players. And I think that it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be very high scoring. We both love to run, and the matchups are going to be very interesting. But we're very excited. Obviously, we're preparing. We have to respect them. So we're very excited to play on the road. I've never been, to the West Coast yet to play a game, so I'm very excited for that.
I didn't realize that. Well, look, like you're from Jersey, obviously, and there's a lot of like toughness. I don't think people realize like the basketball culture in that area and what it means. So to go out west is going to be awesome. But how big of a statement is it going to be in the importance of getting a win early on against a top 5 team that has potential to be a Final Four team come March?
Yeah, I mean, it only adds to the resume. I think it's really important to get a win over them, obviously, to win any game. But when you add those sort of wins to your resume, it just puts you in a better position, better seeding later on in March. If we were to see them again or if we were to play tougher teams, just having that win on our resume means a lot.
Yeah, Olivia, we appreciate the time between now and Saturday. I'll just be using the thesaurus to try to come up with ways to explain what you're going to do on the court this weekend. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys.